some of the presentations, the first establishing drawings that Peyo does, you'll have a down shot onto the village, and it makes you feel that you're taller than the Smurfs themselves. And we do have that when we establish our shots of the village in our movie, for example. Another thing is the overlap. We use that a lot to create the sense of depth. Peyo was using those framing elements in the foreground, and then overlapping hills and winding paths and things like that. And we did that a lot in our films. So we try to be as accurate and as true to the original comics. Smurf Village is a lot of fun because the houses, those mushroom-shaped houses that we're very familiar with, are kind of Smurf shapes themselves because they have those big heads. They're really bouncy and round. They're very playful. And then there are little overlapping hills that we really wanted to incorporate there to make it sinuous and winding and fun, very much like the Smurfs themselves. By contrast, when we get to Gargamel's lair, things are very strict and rigid and angular, a lot of points, a lot of triangles. It feels unwelcoming and feels, because it's pointy, it feels sharp and dangerous. So it was a big, big contrast with the buoyant, bouncy rounds that we have in the shape language of the Smurfs themselves in their village. The Forbidden Forest is a big contrast to the regular world that the Smurfs are familiar with. In the regular forest, things are greens with yellows, with warm colors that you associate to forest, warm yellow greens and things. In the Forbidden Forest, the palette is much more of a blue-green, colder colors, violets, unusual magical colors that are combined together. And also when we structured these and designed these, we thought of bigger unusual shapes and then a group or a cluster of small, strong colors and flowers and plants that are unusual. But we had to gather them together so that they wouldn't be spread out throughout the whole frame. When we were working on this, we were looking at roller coaster rides. We were looking also at a freeway overpass and even plates of spaghetti noodles, all sorts of things that made it very chaotic and a little bit dangerous, but a lot of fun. One of the things that we liked about the bunnies was their ability to glow in the dark, not just at night, but just in the dark. So problem solving how we would make them glow and then get back to their regular color that doesn't glow as they would go in and out of the shade was one of those technical things that we had to problem solve together with the digital team. And I really like where we finally got to. I think it's a fun balance.